Hi, and welcome back to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we will be discussing Shipwrecked number 2. This is another one of Aftershock Comics books, and I gotta tell you, so far, this has gotta be the goriest thing I've read from Aftershock. I think this one was actually a lot gorier than the first one was. We get to see what a sky burial is, which I don't understand why anyone would ever want to go out in a sky burial, but I guess that's a thing here. So basically, your body is drug out in the middle of nowhere, and then you're all hacked up and skinned, and then they let the birds get to you. And yeah, that happens. And then they crush your bones and they waste you until there's nothing left but a powder, and they put cricket flour down until there's literally nothing left. And that's your way of helping feed nature, and you're brought back into nature, back into the world. I guess that's a thing in some areas. I hope not, because it sounds horrible. It's a good thing this guy was already dead. It looks horrifying to me. But we see Jonathan Wright again, and he meets this man, and he's talking to him, going through what exactly a sky burial is. And he's asking, is there a town nearby? And this man's saying that there's towns all over, but he's not going to a town. He's going to a bar. That's where he lives. And he gets a ride from this guy. And there's this whole small culture inside of this barn. And outside this barn, there's this huge bell. And we meet this woman who's a little too friendly to Jonathan, if you ask me. At first I thought she was a hooker. I mean, she's dressed in a certain way, in a seedy bar, and she's very interested to get to know John, and, she's all touchy-feely and just really wants to know more about him. And it's just like, oh my god, yeah, she's a hooker. You might as well ask her how much. But he asks about the bell. She takes him there. And you find out that it's apparently a thing that people come from all over the world to be tied down underneath this bell, and then to be killed by this bell. And it's not dropped on you, but you're tied down, and when the bell sounds, the vibrations and the sound from it destroys your insides. It sounds horrific to me, but apparently that's a thing, and people want to do that, especially in this area. And this woman, she seems to know a bit more about John than what she's letting on, and she's slowly getting into things with him about the wreck, and we find out that maybe someone else survived. She knows a little too much about him. And he's very uncomfortable by this woman. And she's trying to make a deal with him to get the implant that he has. She knows a bit about his powers. I think the best observation that he has is he just kind of looks around. He's like, I think I'm in hell. And if that's true, then is this woman a demon? Is she an incarnation of a fallen angel, or Lucifer himself? I don't know. She's kind of messed up. She leans down and she grabs something from the man who's dead that's tied underneath the bell, and she grabs one of his eyes and she holds it out to him and says, I'll be seeing you. And there's this whole ending. I don't want to give it away too much, but I mean, it's very beautifully drawn. The art in this really does tell a story, even at the parts where it's silent. I mean, I've never read a book that's as silent as this. I mean, it always opens up into a huge silent thing, and then it normally closes into a huge silent scene. But the art is great. It's written very well. I was not expecting it to get so gory in this one, but I should have, since the first one was kind of gory. I gotta tell you, if you like science fiction books, if you like horror books, you're probably gonna enjoy this. You don't really expect it, but it's a very intense book. It's a very intense book. Warren Ellis is killing it in this. I definitely am really appreciating it. Comment below and tell me if you're reading this book and what you think about it. What did you think of a lot of the gore and the horror aspect of it? What did you think of the sky burial? I thought that was terrifying. I don't want to be buried in a sky burial. That sounds horrible. But yeah, so like this video. Give me a like if you like this video. And subscribe to my channel if you'd like more comic book content, or check any of my older videos I have up for offer. I have the first issue of this, a review for it, posted in an older video. And yeah, so until next time, this is Cat Run Figures, and I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye!